We did it.
I don't know.
You did it. It says meeting is now streaming. We're streaming live. I don't know how you see that, but I have a little hooty that says it.
I'm watching it on YouTube right now. It's all set.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
I'm watching it on YouTube right now.
Okay. Me too.
Let's go. Wow, that's a little creepy. It's like Inception.
This is good. All right, let's do this. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Quick Diz News episode number 29 for September 30th, 2021. I am your host, Tim LeBeau, alongside Mr. John Castano.
Hi.
And Mrs. Sarah Castano.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Please give us a like, share, subscribe with friends if you enjoy the show. If you're new this week, welcome. And if you're not new this week, we are doing our first live stream ever. And this is how we are going to roll from now on. So our podcast will not look as pretty as they once did.
What do you think?
Well, because, you know, we can only kind of give it the Zoom meeting look, and that is what it is.
Yeah.
But with that said, I think this is going to work out better. We are not going to have to wait for the news to come out on Saturday, because now it's Thursday. When this is done, boom, it's done. It's going to be up right away. And I think next week we will kind of go right into our intro. We won't have Johnny or myself being like, are we on? Can you see it? Am I watching it? Like, we're ready to go. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. And hopefully this will go this way further on and forever. And it'll save me a ton of time editing, and it will give us opportunities to, if we have time to discuss a topic, maybe that comes out like on a Wednesday, and we have a few minutes, we could jump on and boom, boom, done in 20 minutes if it's worth discussing, things like that. So it might give us more of an opportunity to just to engage with the audience and things like that. Tonight, I didn't advertise this. I kind of want to take a test run. So if you happen upon us and you're listening, then you're learning right now that we are live for the first time. If not, I will push it a little bit more as the weeks go on. Now that I'm done with my little spiel, I will let Sarah do what Sarah does and give us quick Diz mentions, possibly engage in speculation, perhaps.
Always love me some speculation purely for this. So our speculation this week, Indiana Jones stunt show will return to Hollywood studios this holiday season. However, a modified version of the long-running stunt show is rumored to be returning with changes when it debuts later this year or very early in 2022. Rehearsals are planned to start in the next few weeks for a holiday season debut. So previously, the show space was listed as temporarily unavailable, and it was being used as a relaxation station where guests could take their masks off, relax, space out. But now we've relaxed some of those COVID regulations that are happening in the park. So it's no longer used as a relaxation station. However, the show just still hasn't come back up. So I'm a little curious. We've talked about the Indiana Jones stunt show a couple of times before on how we enjoy it, but it's literally the exact same show with the exact same gimmicks since it opened. So I'm excited to see modified. I don't know now yet, as speculation goes, what modified means, but I'm here for it. I feel it needs an uplift, facelift.
It desperately needs a facelift. So I can't wait for that to come about.
It shouldn't be modified. It should be new. They had so much time to think of a new show.
And we have our first, wait a minute, let's take a minute.
What?
Because these shows are going to be a lot quirkier now. We just had our first Hamilton reference on live YouTube.
Oh, God.
Besides engaging in speculation.
Oh, well, we had our first soundbite.
Look at us go.
I'm so happy. Anyway,
Also,
Johnny, what's the new show? Is there anything more you want to say about that, Johnny? Or you
No,
just
go
want
back.
something new?
You go ahead and talk about your Hamilton references. I'm
No,
all
I'm
set.
done. I'm done. I'm done. But I am willing to wait for it. Okay.
Also, very much like Mr. Hamilton, I did make a mistake. I forgot to mention last week about Space 220 opening to the public. And guests took to social media and shared photos and review of menu items. We talked about how it seemed like they spent more time finding clever names for things instead of really theming the meals. So pretty much plan on spending about $100 per person. But keep in mind, it's for an experience and not just a meal. So I did forget to add that in last week. But
I'd rather just have a meal instead of an experience.
yeah.
I
don't
could have
think
a meal,
look,
and then I could
Still
go on a
cheaper than the
ride.
Stark.
but I
Well,
don't
then
think
you
I don't think
experience.
looking
Oh,
at
literally.
screens is an experience. I mean, you're paying to watch big TV screens. I can pay. I can
We
go
can
down
go to
to
Buffalo Wild Wings and do
go
that.
to Barrett's down the street from us and watch a very big screen and not pay that much money.
Yeah, but you won't be like pretend out of space.
I can pretend I'm out of space all I want. I have a few drinks, I'll be out of space.
You'll be out of space. Oh yeah, they haven't. I'm not
See, I would
sold
be
on
more-
Space
I would-
220.
I do want to go see it, but then I don't like the fact that, like, what if I am not that hungry and I want to split a meal? I can't split a meal there. It's per person. I mean, you got to try to find your ways to save money at Disney, and you can. I mean, they do give you pretty generous food portions, so you can share a meal, but I can't share a meal there. But so I don't know. Maybe someday when I hit the lottery.
I feel like that would be
Jesus, it's not that
done.
expensive.
It's no Galactic Star Cruiser, Johnny.
It's pretty expensive.
It is, but I mean, I don't know if he would need one would need. To
I
hit
didn't
the
say I
lottery.
needed. I didn't say I needed to hit the $500 million lottery. I could just hit the $20,000 lottery.
Just needs to hit like the $400 lottery, so you can have one meal.
If I win my fantasy football league, I'll go.
There we go. Let's go. All right, continuing on with our quick Diz mentions. Yes. On Friday, Disney announced they would be moving up the half-hour early entry theme park. That date to September 28th instead of waiting until October 1st. How incredibly generous of them to move up their extra 30 minutes, an hour combined for the deluxe people, a couple of days to the 28th. So that was really generous of them. Thank you.
What do you do?
But because of the October 1st 50th celebration, Orlando International Airport also got a little touch of the 50th makeover magic this week. They received multiple art installations throughout the property. So they have a 50th inspired photo op, including a wall mural and a golden Mad Teacup that appeared part of the concourse, along with the glass tunnel that surrounds the tram to the baggage claim. That's got some of the 50th designs. It's got some images of like the golden statues, the Fab 50. I saw one specifically of Simba, baby Simba. I'm not entirely sure what else is there. There are glowing projections on the ground of the terminal just outside the Magic of Disney store in the East Hall, as well as a 36-foot long video screen showcasing the shimmering iridescence of the 4 park beacons of magic. Uh-oh.
Why?
Oh, sorry. I had an internet like wonky thing.
No, you're good. You're good.
But also in related news to MCO getting some Disney love, Disney has partnered with Southwest to spread the magic even there, wrapping at least one, it didn't say how many, but at least one plane for Southwest Airlines with the silhouette of the castle with the 50th logo. It's got designs on the overhead baggage compartment doors. There are designs on the window shades. And of course, they also provided a photo op with the mouse himself, Mickey, in his 50th iridescent blue suit jacket with a very nifty little bow tie. I was a fan of the bow tie.
Oh boy. No
So
comment.
Southwest and Orlando International are getting in on some of the decorations as well. Coming back into the parks, some more
Johnny,
live.
I'm not impressed.
I mean, it's cute, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when they used to, they used to have SeaWorld. South was, I don't know which airline it was. Was it Southwest? They used to have like Shamu. It's kind of just whatever.
Shamu is a fun word to say, though.
Oh,
Yeah. But I mean, whatever.
It's like Francisco and Elf. That's fun to say.
I mean, Disney's hurting for getting the word out there that it's the 50th, so they need to have it flying in the skies. That's it.
We haven't talked about it quite enough.
Nobody has any idea.
Wait a minute. It's the 50th anniversary?
Celebration?
Can't believe it.
Surprised they haven't tried to make money on that yet. JPEG was in the parks.
I know.
It's about time.
It only took until the day before.
Yeah, but he had to be accompanied by Bob Iger. You can only go when Bob Iger goes too.
I bet you Iger's
that's cute.
Get off your rear end. Come be my +1. I mean, you are the head of the company, by the way. Anyway.
JPEG probably got to the gate. I was like, I'm not paying this to get in here.
You charge how much?
Yeah, he's like, this is ridiculous.
I don't get in free because of who I am. What?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're a little bitter, folks.
Come on, Bob. Have a $79.95 meal over at the old Space 220 while you're at it.
You better be tipping 20%.
Should call it Space $79.95.
That'd be fantastic. We digress. So live entertainment is coming back to Epcot. We go off the rails, and you can't edit this out anymore, Tim. Sorry.
No, that's what's good. I like that.
The Japanese drumming show. I'm so sorry to your culture for botching this, but I'm going to attempt it. Matsuriza will be back on stage to perform at the Japan Pavilion in Epcot on October 1st. Performers took to social media to relay the good news and divulge their surprise with the announcement and a cake on Monday. Similarly, Alberta Bound will return to the Canadian Pavilion on the 1st, and Canada Far and Wide and Circle Vision 360, we love those, is slated to reopen November 21st. And even more, well, that's not really live. The Far and Wide of Circle Vision, that's not live entertainment. But Casey's Corner in Magic Kingdom will be bringing back their opening day pianist. That's a fun word. Randy Morris. I teach middle school. I hate this word. Just saying. So their opening day pianist, Randy Morris, will return for October 1st, 2021. Sets start at 11:10. Morris will be sharing the role of Casey's Corner pianist with Grayson Smith, following the retiring pianist Jim Omohundro. So Randy Morris took to social media, said he was the person playing the piano the very first set of its very opening day. And so this is his 50th as well. He's very humbled and excited to come back for this. We've talked about how the music is kind of missing, not having him there and having that kind of closed off. So I'm excited for this to come back. I think it's going to add a little bit more of that normalcy back into Magic Kingdom.
Sure is.
And considering Johnny just spoke about this with the Space 220, Contemporary Resorts California Grill revealed its new prefix menu.
Yeah, great. Wonderful. Which
includes a limited time menu with, I found this odd, several nostalgic specialties. Apparently those are food served only in 1971. Weird. So beginning on October 3rd, the restaurant offers diners a 3-course menu, including several throwbacks, which include lobster and parsnip bisque, house-made artisanal duck à l'orange pizza, oak-fired fillet of beef, free-range plancha-seared chicken, and 5 magical bites in the making. This is a dessert menu, and it says featuring honey, lemon, carrot, strawberry, and chocolate. I'm imagining those are cakes. They could be tarts. I don't know. It just said honey, lemon, carrot, strawberry, and chocolate.
Just little cups.
You get a shot of honey.
Yeah, it's a little sampler of all that.
Lemon, fresh from Living with the Land. A carrot, like a baby carrot, a strawberry, and a little Hershey's square rectangle. Could you imagine? Anyway,
it's all
so priced at $89 per adult, $39 per child, which is ages 3 through 9. The price includes 1 appetizer, 1 entree, and 1 dessert per diner. Reservations will open via the website and the app that began on the 23rd.
They also $89 an adult.
89.
Jesus.
And that's only for food. That doesn't count drinks yet either, too, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure those are nice and cheap.
I'm sure it includes that Florida tap water that we love so much.
Now, what happens now? I don't know if this was in that article, but you used to be able to go up to California Grill and just sit in the lounge if you wanted to and still order from the menu. Now, is that going to be the same thing too? You could sit in the lounge, and is it still going to be $89 if you sit in the lounge?
Oh, it better not be.
Yeah.
Either that or it's $89 and all you can drink. I don't know. Like that would be worth $89 a person. In any case, it didn't mention the lounge. It did mention that they were taking reservations and that they're very popular for their fireworks viewing. If you can snag one of those dining reservations. But it didn't say anything about the.
See, like that's something I would rather do that than Space 220. Because at least I'm getting the fireworks show. And if it's the same as last time, like I could go to lunch there. And then as long as you bring your receipt back and show proof you were there, you can go and watch. So I would pay for that, whatever the heck they call it, enhancement entertainment, whatever, more than I would to go look at screens with
space
stuff flying by.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is that they have like an astronaut. Did you see any of it?
For Space 220?
I just saw pictures of it.
Out there doing all kinds of like silly little things. It's not even real. Well, obviously it's not real, but I mean,
we don't go 220 miles.
They're not even like attempting to make it look real. Is what I meant to say.
The write-up on Disney's app said we're going 220 miles in space.
Well, then that's a cheap flight. It's only $79.95.
Yeah,
cheaper than my flight down to Florida. I'll tell you that.
There you go.
I don't have this in here just as not super noteworthy, but the Contemporary did release. People have shown pictures of the new lobby. I don't hate it. I have to say I was a little skeptical at first when we talked about what the redesign was going to look like. I don't super hate it.
Well, they're not going over the top with it, which is nice, especially
like a nice subtle.
Like they didn't go over the top with the rooms too. I mean, it wasn't, the incredible stuff was there, but it was more tasteful instead of like
cheesy.
The way like Art of Animation is, where it's Disney throws up in the room, which is nice, but still not for the contemporary. It worked out good, I think.
Yeah. So that's kind of wrapping up our Quick Diz mentions, but it does tie into the Quick Diz updates. So we did talk about how American Waves of Flavor, right? Waves of American Flavor. Words, they're hard. It was being replaced by Steakhouse 71. So they had their soft open this past Sunday as a cast member preview. People put up pictures of the inside. That looks kind of cool. I'm not going to lie to you that I'm I'm sad that the wave is gone, but I'm excited to kind of try that. But also Johnny let me know earlier that the Galactic Star Cruiser we're so excited for. That opens on March 31st. We now have a date for that.
March 1st.
Well, I said 31st and you didn't correct me. So
because you're so excited, you just can't wait.
I'm not willing to wait for it though.
Well, or actually you're so unexcited that you want it to open later than it is really what's going
on. And similarly, we have Galactic Star Cruiser, which is, we've talked about this.
Disney's going to have to how we were talking about, the other outlets, how they're like casino entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, casinos, I don't know if people will know this, but they have a room you can go into. It's actually a bank. You can literally take a mortgage out on your house at the casino to get more money to gamble. This does exist. You can look it up. And I think Disney's now I wonder if they're going to start going down that road too, where you could just you want the Genie Pass?
It's going to be part of your space because that's who they use for their credit card.
Yeah. So we could sign up, we could sign you off a little, a second mortgage, give you a good rate.
Fourth, third.
And Johnny or myself or you, whatever, we could all take our family out to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rise of the Resistance.
I've had enough of those prices, all I'm saying.
I know. Rise of the Resistance opened their standby queue on the 23rd as planned. The initial mass of people who gathered for this opportunity, we'll call it, it looked like just a regular rope drop for anything else where people are like packed in like sardines. The initial standby, of course, is going to be astronomical because it's rope drop. But by noontime, it was dropped under 90 minutes, which shows it's feasible. At one point,
it shows it's feasible while everybody is not there.
At one point, the line for Jungle Cruise was longer than the line for Rise. I want to say Jungle Cruise was at 50 minutes, under an hour, and it was still more than Rise.
Rise is not going to be as popular as everyone thinks it is. I said it once, to say it again. And not only that, even if it was, the queue moves really well because you're like kind of constantly.
Look at too.
So I think, yeah.
We have to wait for the whole.
No, you're right, John.
The whole
right.
Genie Plus thing. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm sure it was awesome for people down there. They got it, you know, they could go on it multiple times if they wanted to, but I don't know, that Genie Plus thing, and that's all gonna, if they do it the same way they did like Fast Pass, whatever it was it 9-1 or 12-1, whatever it I don't know. We just gotta wait and see.
By the time you get off Rise of Resistance, you're $90 poor or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen.
So in happier news,
yeah,
Harmonious soft opened last night. We did live stream it. We were a little underwhelmed, but we think
you and like everybody else.
I was talking before we kind of came on and just said how, you know, part of that we think was the camera angles, and it shifted where your attention might not have gone to, and they zoomed out so you could get the greater picture, but then you couldn't really see the screens. They did aerial shots from above. Like, that doesn't help anybody. I don't think it's not a show meant to be watched on TV, because once they did show that wider view towards the end where all the fireworks and they had the color, it looked really good right there. So I think I just, because they were focusing on one little barge or once, you know, the whatever the hell we'll call them, that thing, the circle thing, whatever. But they would, you know, they'd focus on individual things instead of, I think you need to experience the whole thing.
That's an in-person show, I feel.
Yeah, that's what I think. And I think the new show that they're going to be streaming tonight is going to be the same thing, because how can you capture all of Main Street and the castle? And it's just, I think that these new shows are more geared towards being there instead of watching on TV.
Also, we caught part of Kite Tales.
Oh God.
I wasn't.
God bless both of you for taking the time to.
I didn't watch all of it. I'll be very honest. I watched maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I'm feeling pretty tired.
I thought it was going to be worse. So my expectations were super low. So when I didn't think these kites were going to be as like massive as they were, or as, it was Balloon, King Louie and all, I thought they were going to be little smaller things. So
kites, not like.
It looked nice. And then the things in the audience were kind of like, more along the lines of like the Finding Nemo.
I was gonna say the birds
puppets and like the Lion King stage show, like those type of things. So it kept with the look of Animal King, like that look they go for, but I don't know.
When they said it was a jet ski show, I expected to see like people out behind the jet skis with things. And from the very brief time, I didn't get that vibe that it was going to happen. So
no. And then like when they bring the kites down, it wasn't a nice, like, oh, they pulled the kites in. It was a very violent crash of the kite into like the section. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but then again, I think it's going to be another, you have to be there type to appreciate it. So I don't know.
I'm not super. I don't understand. All these other parks can get decent to like amazing park spectaculars. And I understand part of that is pyrotechnics and fire and fireworks and loud music that they cannot do in Animal Kingdom because of the safety and well-being of the animals. I get that. I promise you, I get that. Why can we not figure out something that's captivating and like mind-boggling at the same time?
Some parks just don't need shows.
Or hold it in a section of the park that's furthest away from the animals. Like hold it in the parking lot. I don't know.
What?
This way, it could be like a drive-in where everybody's in their vehicle or like loaded in the bus terminal and you just, and then they don't have to worry about like mad dash.
Oh my God, I'll be waiting for the buses longer than normal. It's already bad enough.
I know, you hate the buses.
You go out in the parking lot, Sarah, and you put some Animal Kingdom music on your radio and you look out the window and you'll see all kinds of red lights going in different directions and circles, and it can be your nighttime show at the Animal Kingdom.
I just put like cricket sounds on, and
They put, Rivers of Light. That was garbage, straight garbage. And
the stained glass thing looked cool, but there wasn't enough done with that. It was
as
just
a matter of fact,
floating
this
night.
past, go ahead.
I was gonna say it just looked like floating stained glass night lights set to music.
Yeah. This past year, well, go back just a little before COVID, I seen the two most underwhelming Disney nighttime shows I've ever seen, with Epcot Forever and Rivers of Light. And at least Epcot Forever had an excuse that it was going to be an interim show, although it may have went longer than Rivers of Light did. So.
If you knew Epcot Forever was going to be an interim, one, why did you name it Epcot Forever? Also, it was
because I think it was just supposed to be like, we're going to celebrate the legacy of Epcot. Like we all like Epcot Forever, man. Like, wouldn't you agree with me, Johnny, on that? That was like what they were going
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
But also, if you know it's interim, couldn't we just keep Illuminations for this interim portion? Like,
Imagine if we got that show forever.
oh my gosh.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
They put that show on.
Well, they couldn't keep Illuminations because they had to put the stuff in the middle of the lagoon. They couldn't use the globe on fire anymore. So I understand why they.
I'll tell you what, when I sat there and watched Epcot Forever, I felt like I was sitting there. Forever. Really did. I did not enjoy it. I mean, it wasn't like.
It wasn't painful.
It wasn't
No
good.
Rivers of Light.
It was not good. They had these two little kites going silly. These
See, the thing was
kids.
too, like,
the two twins from the Shining singing a song. Like, what the heck?
That Epcot Forever we saw in. When did we see Epcot Forever the first time?
Was it Marathon Weekend 2020?
Was it?
It might have been. We watched
then
it with YouTube, didn't we?
When we saw this last time, those kites that were in Epcot Forever did add a lot to it because it was bad. We didn't even stop and watch it. We were walking to the International Gateway as it was going on because it was just like there.
We pushed the kids in strollers while it went on so they could watch it. And we just did our thing and watched around World Showcase. And we got cool pretzels that were bigger than our kids' heads.
Yeah, free pretzels from Germany. That was nice.
And I had to like cheat Disney to get into the viewing area of Epcot Forever.
Oh yeah, we used this magic band trick.
Johnny smuggled me in. And I wish he hadn't. I wish he just let me go home.
It was an experience, Tim.
Nah, it could have been worse, I guess. But it was, I don't know. I was kind of excited for it because I was like, well, they're going to sing some old Epcot attraction songs, and there's going to be like, they're going to pay homage to a park that I like. And then the girls, the twins from The Shining came on and sang a song. And I was like, I'm done. That was a really creepy version of some of those songs, by the way. I don't know what the deal was that. Like, why couldn't they just have the versions of the songs?
Yeah. Because it had to be new and innovative.
I want to hear Dreamfinder and I want to hear Figment sing Imagination. I don't want to hear, Annabelle come to life.
So while Harmonious soft opened last night, it also happened to be the same night as Magic Kingdom's final viewing of Happily Ever After. Ever After. Yeah. So Johnny and I talked that obviously this was a way to get more people in the parks. Oh, look, I can be one of the first ones to see this show and get more people in because obviously Magic Kingdom's going to be at capacity with the final showing of Happily Ever After. So the gentleman and the woman who recorded the song for Happily Ever After, they were there in attendance last night. There was a photo on, is it Jordan Fisher? Is that his name?
That was
his social media account.
Was the girl there? I thought he was just there.
It showed, he posted an image. I believe it's the two of them who recorded.
Was it her or was it his girlfriend? Or are they together?
I don't know. It just showed him hugging.
I don't know. I don't know.
I presumed it to be the other singer because the post went on to say how we were emotional about the last one and we put our heart into it. We're so proud of our work.
With them being there, why wouldn't you just let them sing it live?
There you go, Johnny.
I'm sure they know the words.
I bet you they do.
Maybe they don't. Maybe that's the problem. There were times I used to gig for years and not know the words. Put a book in front of me.
Well,
So
that's true.
you never know.
Looking up his.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt though and say they were much more professional than myself.
I mean, quite possibly. Oh wait.
Yeah, see, I don't know if it's that girl. Is she blonde? He's with a blonde girl.
I mean,
I
he
don't know.
doesn't. Yeah. Nevertheless, we're live. I keep forgetting. Everything's fine.
Yes. We're live and we have possibly our number one fan on YouTube on here watching us.
Hi, Auntie.
No, his name is Q or her name is QDT number one fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yep.
Hi, friend.
Yeah, I think it's probably just some creep sitting in his house alone.
Probably
Some Autobot.
someone that wrote that. Anyway.
Disney.
No children.
Quick this take.
Disney. Yeah, Disney. Quick this
The
take.
childless millennial. It's
Oh, I
fine.
wish I had that my soundboard right now. I dropped it on him. I wish.
Nevertheless. All right, back on track. So sorry. 50th anniversary. The monorails.
News are gonna
also
go like
got their
hours now
own-
because they're live.
Oh my God, this is awful. The monorails also received their own glow up while they were closed for refurbishment as well. Each train received a nighttime enhancement of glowing lights that match their individual train's specific color. So green got green lighting. It's like super cool. You can see them in the dark now. I mean, it's cool, but like
They
really,
did look cool. It
No, I'm
was
sure
a
they're
nice
cool.
it was a nice little addition to the mind. It's nice to. It looks cool driving. I mean, you can see, you see them from
I
a
gotcha.
distance now.
I gotcha.
And now you don't have to guess, because the kids like to try to guess which monorail. Like, oh, that's monorail blue. Now you can tell, right? It's matched the color.
although
of the light.
monorail peach and monorail orange are both monorail orange.
Wow.
Shades are different. The live action remake of Disney's classic Little Mermaid, we talked about how it will feature Daveed Diggs. I am pumped about this. It will feature 4 new songs from musical geniuses Alan Menken and Lin-Manuel Miranda. So now in Little
I like
Mermaid,
that
we
guy.
get and Lin-Manuel. Well, he's done besides Hamilton, he did Moana. He was in Vivo. There's one more that he
Yeah,
did.
he wrote all the songs for those. He wrote In the Heights.
In the Heights. Well, but I meant for like Disney. Encanto.
Oh,
So
That's
this is
the new
his
one,
fourth
right?
Disney project, right? Yeah, Encanto. Is Vivo a short?
no,
I don't
Vivo's new. It's on Netflix, and if you haven't watched it, you bet you should because it's really
The
good.
boys started to watch it. I wanted to watch it with them, but I didn't say anything because Lin-Manuel's in it, and my oldest is pumped about him. So he started watching it at my mother-in-law's house, and he picked up on the voice. He's like, "Is that Lin-Manuel Miranda?" And of course, my mother-in-law looked, and sure enough, it is. So he's like, "We started watching it without you." Thanks, kid. But yeah, so I think this is now his 4th project with the Disney peoples. 5th, if you count the filming of Hamilton, which
He
I
was
guess
also in Mary Poppins Returns.
that is true. But he didn't write the soundtrack for that.
No, but it's a project he did with Disney.
All right, so potentially his 5th.
He must have wrote something on that soundtrack. No, I'd have
Let's
to look.
Let's look and see.
John had a hard time seeing him as anything
me
other.
look.
Let me look and see. Yeah.
Alexander.
Oh boy.
Well, while you do that,
Mary Poppins Returns.
last up on our quick Diz updates, according to Disney, Epcot's 4 neighborhoods will officially debut on October 1st, along with many other things in conjunction with the 50th, despite many of the neighborhoods still being under construction. So the official announcement read, quote, beginning October 1st, 2021, Epcot will be unified with 4 neighborhoods that each speak to important aspects of the world and its people. This sounds like a curriculum for social studies. I'm just going to throw it out there. World Showcase, World Celebration, World Nature, and World Discovery. These neighborhoods are filled with new experiences rooted in authenticity and innovation that take guests to new destinations where the real is made fantastic and a celebration of curiosity, discovery, and the magic of possibility, end quote. So even though I'm going to just make up a statistic and say 75% of it's under construction and not accessible, they all still officially open on the 1st. I don't know how that works unless they're giving people complimentary hard hats. I have a hard time seeing that. But anyway, nothing at Disney's complimentary. I'm just joking. Sorry, a little bitter. Did you find it or shall I move on,
He
Johnny?
did not write anything. He was just a performer.
just a performer. I'm kidding.
He wrote a song for Star Wars
Did he really? I mean,
That's random.
in
Okay.
the Rise of Skywalker. He wrote a song.
could you imagine if someone tried to say he wrote like the
He
March?
did something for Ralph Breaks the Internet as well. Unless they might have just used one of his songs. It doesn't say what it was. He was a writer on Family Guy.
Yeah, he's writing up a stuff. Why is he write like he's running out of time?
Writes day and night, like he's running out of time, like he
does.
needs it to survive.
Jesus Christ.
Every second he's alive, Johnny.
Oh, and The Force Awakens, he wrote a couple songs.
If you're gonna keep talking about Lin-Manuel Miranda, Johnny, he's gonna keep getting
Listen,
pelted
I
with
like
Hamilton.
the Moana soundtrack. I don't like Hamilton.
Give it a chance.
You have a right to be wrong once in a while. Anyway, let's go.
All right. So headline number 1: Disney partners with Amazon. So Disney
Oh,
announced that-
Jesus, they're gonna take the world over.
Yeah.
right? Wait till you hear.
We're all going to jail.
My inner nerd is like a little bit excited and a little bit like, anyway, talk about a
Brother's
monopoly.
coming.
So Disney announced they are
That's what she said.
partnering with mogul Amazon on a custom voice assistant, Hey Disney, and an Echo rollout to Walt Disney World
Oh, I've
Resort
seen that,
hotels. So built on top of their Alexa technology, Amazon's assistant will be available on Echo devices with its own unique voice and over 1,000 custom interactions for fans to explore, many of which include authentic character voices and original recordings from Disney's vast library. Interactions include jokes, interactive trivia, greetings from favorite Disney characters from Pixar, Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars realms, and access to soundscapes inspired by Disney films as well. Consumers will be able to use Hey Disney at home and in large-scale partnerships, Alexa devices featuring the additional Hey Disney capabilities, so not all, will also be installed across Disney World Resort hotels starting next year. So Disney has revealed the custom voice will be using a real voice actor to create sound and will be male sounding. They will guide you through the new experience as well as this new companion version to Alexa. So in conjunction with this partnership starting next year, guests staying on property will find an Echo Show 5 in their rooms. It can be used to access the Hey Disney experience. I did mute myself earlier while we were trying to figure things out and tried it with the Amazon Huda Wuddy that I have in the kitchen, and it didn't work. So it's not ready and running yet. But in conjunction with this partnership, the Echo 5s will be in all Disney rooms of Walt Disney World Resort property hotels and be used to access the experience. It will be able to answer visit-specific questions such as current park hours, fastest route to a park, or where they can get a meal. They can use a digital assistant to order extra towels or order room service, or even play personalized messages for the guests throughout the day.
Oh, good. I don't have to call to ask for towels anymore.
No, you can just use your Hey
I
Disney.
hate calling and asking for towels. Okay, that's nice.
Let's back up and be real. Who calls and asks for more towels?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't like talking on the phone.
Mr. Communications degree does not like to talk on the phone.
Hmm.
I digress.
I don't
So
use
the
it as a
resort-
degree.
the resort-
I walk around alone all day.
Communicates real well.
Go ahead.
He's communicating nevertheless. All right. So the resort experience will differ from the home experience.
I'm going to get into communication degrees. Anyway, let's go.
The communication, I can't even say it now. The resort experience will differ from your home experience in that guests will not be able to log into their personal Amazon accounts while on property, and it does not save the audio recordings for the in-room interactions.
It saves your voice. That's what it's doing.
In-home experiences, so for those who have those Echo 5, Show 5 compatible devices, those experiences will adhere to guidelines for child-directed experiences, meaning first, parental consent must be granted, and customers can view and manage voice recordings using the existing privacy dashboards and interfaces. Now, as someone who had, I don't have the one with the screen. I don't have that like cool high tech. I think we have the Echo Dots. We have 2 of them. You heard me say Echo.
Exactly.
I should just unplug it. It knows we're speaking self-aware. My kids talk to it all the time and say like make fart noises or play dumb jokes or something. So I don't know where this parental consent comes in. Maybe that has to do with like the expensive ones that have the screens. I don't know. But it won't happen until next year. the 2022 will mark the era of the Echo Show 5 in every room. So that's quite the purchase because I'm sure those aren't cheap. They did also say that for available for home purchase are like the stands for the Show 5 that look like Mickey Mouse. Like it has like the feet. It looks, the frame for it looks like a Mickey kind of costume, the red pants with the black. I don't think it had arms, but then it had the ears on the top too. But that's available for your home purchase. It didn't say if it would be in the parks or not. But that's a pretty big partnership.
So they track us with the magic bands. They know who we are, and now they're going to listen to us in our rooms so they can enhance our experience and tell us where, you were talking about blah, blah, blah last night. Let's guide them to this shop because they can buy that here.
Oh, Johnny couldn't find the parks calendar.
Oh,
Let
here
me
it
tell
is.
you where
All right.
it is.
I had to buy it on
Let me
eBay.
to eBay.
You're gonna like, you hear that in hotel door, sir? Just on a whim.
Yeah,
I
happens.
was
at
walking around. We had some park calendars for sale. We didn't know if you wanted to purchase them.
Be like concessions at a ballpark. Park calendars, get your park calendars.
I
Extra.
wouldn't. It would.
room
I mean, I
service.
know we're exaggerating a little bit, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, think about it. Between the Magic Bands, your Disney Magic Mobile, how many other devices? Like they're going to know how much time you're spending in the room with this device based on when you're accessing it.
Yeah, agreed.
They just want to know your routine so they can adjust what.
Capitalize on it monetarily.
Yeah, and I'm sure eventually you'll see, whether it be on the My Disney Experience app or something, they'll be, like you do when you go on Facebook or whatever, and you see those ads that are you were just talking about 2 days ago. It'll be.
Well, my iPhone is sitting right here as we do this show. So if I now have ads for the Alexa Show 5 pop up on my Facebook, well, no. I also thought maybe they were using it to track like how much time people spend in their rooms versus like out at the parks, or because they track your time in the parks too using Magic Bands and the Magic Mobile, but as opposed to like a pool day. So people who do like resort only stays, how much time are they spending in the room, how much time are they experiencing stuff in the parks, on property. Like I feel like they're just going to get so much data so they can capitalize on everything.
That's the idea.
If it's in the room, I'm going to use it. However, as a data person, I'm just like, ooh, the possibilities.
Yep. Data is the most powerful weapon of warfare now.
Oh, yeah. Especially digital technological warfare. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of, that's our other headline, not data warfare. The Magic Band Plus, literally right before we came on, I was kind of typing everything up. This came across my newsfeed. Johnny was talking about it at dinner. The Magic Band Plus will debut at Walt Disney World, also as part of this 50th celebration. So it doesn't look like the traditional Magic Bands we've seen before. It's not that like straight streamline. It doesn't have a little bubble with a disc in the middle. This reminds me of like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit. I can't think of the other one I'm trying to think of right now, but it looks almost like a smartwatch. Like there's a screen in the center of your Magic Band Plus. And this new design helps immerse you in Disney stories and connect with characters you love like never before. Coming alive at various times after entering a theme park with color-changing lights, haptic vibrations, and gesture recognition. It will allow you to engage with favorite Disney moments in new ways, including play bounty hunter in a galaxy far, far away by finding virtual bounties throughout Black Spire Outpost. Very similar to the like little QR code thing when you're in the queue for Smuggler's Run. So I imagine that's just around the whole section of that park now. Interact with the Fab 50 statues, not spatulas, statues that are spread across all 4 theme parks, those golden statues. I don't know how you interact with that. Maybe it's just a sound or something that plays a message, kind of like Sorcerer's Kingdom. And experience those nighttime spectaculars as the band lights up to complement the magic in the skies of Harmonious and Disney's Enchantment. So we talked about this a little bit in our shows where I say how we can incorporate so that people would continue to buy the Magic Bands. These look cool. They will be available for purchase next year, including a discounted pre-arrival price for Disney resort guests as well as new and returning annual pass holders. Current Magic Bands will continue to be available for a charge, along with the complimentary mobile Magic service. That's the app, people, that extends your Magic Band features such as park entry and mobile ordering to your smart devices. We talked about that too. But a new version of it, it's only a matter of time before they have these interactive pieces and cues that are only available for this new Magic Band Plus. We've talked about how many more things they can raise the price on or introduce with a price tag to it. They find a new one every time, but it does look cool. I'm a little mad that it looks cool because I kind of want one. I mean, most likely we're probably going to get one anyway, but.
Well, I mean, you say that, I don't know. They still sell them. I mean, I know they're trying to get you to use the phones and watches or whatever, but they're still selling Magic. So it's just whatever. People still like them, so they're going to buy it.
That thing's going to read your pulse. And you're going to go into the park and it's going to be like, oh, John Castano's heart rate goes up a little bit when he sees Tower of Terror or something.
Hey,
so
at least if they're going to try to make it like give me how many calories I burn and how many steps I take. At least track me.
No, they want you to buy merchandise based upon what you react to.
Sarah, do you have this Scarlett Johansson thing in here?
I did not see an update. Why? What's going on now?
Oh, because apparently she said, I am happy to have resolved our difference with Disney. And so Disney's paying her money and the Tower of Terror movie's back on. So
thank the maker.
Weird how that happened. Huh?
It doesn't say, this doesn't say, it doesn't say the price, but it's saying upwards of $40 million. So.
Oh, upwards. Cool.
Oh, that will make most people happy.
Yeah.
And now
so
she can have a meal at Space 220.
So they look forward to a number of upcoming projects, including Disney's Tower of Terror. So that's back. That's out. Well, whatever. She deserves to be paid, and we'll hopefully get a good Tower of Terror movie.
Oh, of course, I'm looking on the wrong social media outlet for it. Sorry. I wanted to show. Nope, wrong person. I wanted to show what that Magic Band looked like.
I seen that thing. Yeah, it's cool.
I think there was another picture I saw. It had like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 of them on it. It had all different designs on the front besides the Walt and Mickey.
Can I get a Haunted Mansion design?
They provide the link because of course they do, for you to go and check out the article as well as more information. So if you follow Disney Parks on Facebook, they are a verified account. You will find it there. They are live streaming Disney Enchantment tonight too, if that's something that floats your boat. And I had something about Guardians of the Galaxy. Cosmic Rewind. Crud. I don't remember what it was.
They said it was opening in 2022.
We already knew that though. It was something about
they officially announced it, and I guess
official announcement.
And in this
it's media, like 365-day window.
This whole media thing, they let the media people in to see it.
Shift. Oh, it's not going to rotate because why would it? So in addition to the dark blue band, which kind of has like that 50th anniversary feel to it. God, I feel like I'm an influencer having to put my hand up like this. You can see it. So in addition to that one, they also have a white band that looks like it has the 4 park icons kind of in like an 8-bit type image. It doesn't show the back of them, but it does look like it has like a screen to it to kind of give you that.
I don't think it's a screen. I think it's just a colored puck looking thing.
Well, the white one has, I wish it would.
I know. I think there's a bunch of different designs.
You can't see.
I think it's just different designs.
So it doesn't pair necessarily with whatever is happening.
No.
Well, it said it lights up.
Yeah, it lights up, but I don't think that's a screen. I think it's just lights behind it and stuff. I don't know. I don't even know where I saw the picture.
Yeah. I mean, those are from the Disney Parks blog. So those are like the only release photos is the one wrist photo and then the 2 side by side. But is what it is. I mean, like I said, as long as it's not spaced like a full meal at Space 220, I'm probably going to end up getting one. Most likely. Also, speaking of Magic Bands, we need to order our AP ones for those 2 we have left to purchase.
Mhm.
I ended up purchasing some wreath wire like frames, I guess, for 2 different, and I made like a magic band Mickey Mouse head with all of our magic bands. So after this, we probably have enough to finish the main head, and then the children's will just make the 2 smaller ears.
Yeah.
Have enough to finish.
There you go. Sounds like you get it all sorted out.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
There you go.
Little Kronk action for you.
All right. I think we're done. Correct? Yeah. And so
We did a lot this week, sorry.
And so ends our first live news. You do not have to wait till Saturday now, because after this, I will sign off and I will post our episode onto iTunes as well.
You didn't say about Spaceship Earth. That looks awesome
Oh, it does.
with the little lights.
Throw it in there briefly. Go ahead.
What is it called? What's it called?
I don't know.
The
what this is.
geodesic sphere of Spaceship Earth.
No, the whole the
The little lights.
lights. What it's called?
Yeah, I
It's
saw
called.
that,
Oh, you gotta kid me! Come on!
We're not live or anything, no pressure.
Where is it?
Enjoy this.
Oh, Johnny's dropping the ball.
New refillable mugs.
Those are really
Yay.
cool.
Oh, it's not gonna say what it is now. I don't know what it's called.
We'll just throw it in next week.
No, the lights. They're called something. The lighting. I'm just saying it looks
Maybe I'll hear that.
really good. Fine, go ahead.
All right, Johnny liked the lights, and we'll talk
They are-
about next week when we get more specifics on what the heck they were called.
I give up.
HELL double hockey sticks, as Michael Scott would say. All right, we're gonna get out of here because we survived our first live broadcast.
It's like an hour. We're off the
I
rails.
know it was long news too. So yeah, we'll be going live, I think, every week now, both shows, and Steven can have some fun trying to go live this week as well on Sunday. So yeah, we'll see you guys. Oh, one last thing. So new schedule. Now the news will now be out on Thursdays, and the podcast will now be out on Sundays, late Sunday, closer to Monday, really, but Eastern Standard Time. We will still get it posted before midnight. So with that said, now you know the new schedule. And then I will try my best starting tonight to post this episode via the podcast formats as well. And I was just looking, we can also go live on Facebook. So I guess we'll do both platforms on Sunday.
Like OMG.
Oh my God. All right. We are going to end this live stream now. Have a good week, everyone, or a couple of days. We'll see you on Sunday. And thanks for listening.